Energy, frequency, and vibration, ladies and gents, is hitting the world massively at the minute. And in this video here, me and Vivian's going to go over what we have got as a gift for yourself now. Last week there, we took 7 days out, me and Vivian there, just to put together what we're going to talk about here, ladies and gents. I want you to see the simplicity of you actually cleaning out any Vivian, any energy down the middle there. Now, Vivian herself here has done it there, and it's a real cool, I wouldn't say strategy, it's a real cool healing method called light coding, ladies and gents. Now, when I talk about healing there, folks, there, everybody, well, not everybody, there, people, a lot of people know that we heal ourselves. You know, if there's a healer there like myself or Vivian there, you know, we share our gift. And then it's not really that it's up to you, ladies and gents, there. You actually heal yourself there. And Vivian is going to go over the short story of it. No, what it is, how it can work for you, and what way you use it there, Vivian. So what is light coding, Vivian, there in your own words?
Light codes it's a light frequency. We are all light and we are all energy. And what happens when life gets us down, or when we have traumas, or just stresses from everyday life, it starts to really bring down our energy, and it starts to dim our light. So the light codes are, some people would refer to it as speaking in tongues, which is a really, really old terminology. All it is I channel light codes from a higher source. And when I channel the light codes and you listen to them, what happens is your frequency begins to change. So if your frequency is dialed down at a certain energy point, when I speak light codes, it dials it back up to its optimum. So as you can release all that denser energy, because when it's dense, that's what it literally bogs us down in life. Life becomes a struggle. It becomes a little bit harder, or you only focus on the fear. Your life becomes very fear-based, rather than, being able to enjoy the simple things, the really, really simple things in life. So that's really what light codes is. It's not a learned language, it's a channeled language. So when I was opened up to energy work, what happened was then my guides start working through me through light codes, and that's how I help people as well. In my healing is speaking light codes to them.
No, brilliant, Vivian. And Vivian, for anybody watching this here who's new now, ladies and gents, I've done this here myself now, so I have there. But for anybody watching this here, what do they need to do when they're going through the 7 days? The simplicity of it there. If anybody's thinking, can they do it?
Anyone can do it. All you have to do is listen to it. So what we have put together, and what we were both guided to do to work with each other, was to go through the chakra system. So anybody who doesn't know what the chakra system is, it's all your energy centers. And the ones that we work on in this recording, and in the recordings that we did over the 7 days, are the 7 main chakras that go up and down your spine, up into your crown. So you have your root chakra, you have your sacral, your solar plexus, your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And what happens is, again, these centers, they're supposed to spin, and they spin cognitively. So they, kind of blend into each other, and then they work like that. If any one of them is blocked, it's going to have a knock-on effect to the other chakras. And then what happens is then, again, our moods can be affected. Our outlook on life is affected. Whether we're fear-based or loving, that all becomes affected. So the light codes that, weren't practiced, they were just streamed live. They just came in through the recording. What they are doing is then working on each energy center. So we began with the root, because that is your first center. We began with the root chakra, right at the bottom, and worked it up. So if you decide that this is something that you would like to listen to, every time you listen to one of the activations, the cleansing and the clearings, you have to listen to them for 3 times. 3 times before you moved on to the next one. And then again, 3 times before you move on to the next one. And the reason why I think, what I get through is 3 is so powerful, because it's something to do with the grids, all these sacred grids and sacred geometry. It's all about the maths. This whole universe is about the maths. Now, and I'm not good at maths. So it's not that. I'm no expert, mats. But so the tree is extremely powerful. So you would just work up each in trees. If you feel guided to, you could possibly do them all in the one day, but I would suggest 3 days, you know. And when you do them, water, plenty, plenty, plenty of water. And the way my guides have worked through me, so we are doing a cleansing and a clearing first. So the energy center gets cleansed and cleared, and then it's moving on to an activation. And the activation is where the magic is.
Yeah.
You know, that's really rapid, high energy.
Yeah, no, absolutely there, ladies and gents. Like, and I've experienced this myself there now, you know, you know, for years I was doing the meditation, I was doing no affirmations and stuff, and, you know, writing, you know, like stuff down and all, but I haven't ever no experienced anything as powerful as that, ladies and gents. You know, and then my friend Rick over in the UK there, now Rick has no experience with whatsoever, like, and, you know, and he was sort of floating the next day, felt lighter, no down below, no starting on the root chakra, and, you know, it's a really cool gift there, guys, and it really can work for anybody, you know, and, you know, it is like a gift there. Me and Vivian, you know, have put together for people around the world, and we would absolutely love anybody just to check it out there. If you have anything else there, Vivian, would like to add to that there before anybody goes out?
I would say that if you're listening to this, you're meant to be here. You know, and I know if it's your first time hearing light language, it will be a bit, what is that all about? But trust me, you will feel it. You know, because the beauty of light language as well is it bypasses your thinking mind. Because the thinking mind hasn't a clue what's going on. This is dealing with a different level. It's a different part of your mind anyway, because it's tapping into this subconscious part where everything's stored. Absolutely everything. And every single one of us has the ability to do this. It's just whether you choose in this lifetime or it is in your contract to remember. That's all. We're not awakening anybody. We're hopefully getting you to remember the power of who you are, the beauty of who you are, and just the supreme being who you are. And when we're bogged down, when our energy systems are bogged down, we forget all that. So that's the beauty of it. It just helps just lift you and lift you and lift you. So as you walk taller and you vibrate higher, and therefore you attract better things to you.
Awesome, Vivian. You know, and again, ladies and gents, I've experienced this here now. So if you have a spur, the activations themselves last anywhere between 4 and 8 minutes, you know. Some are a wee bit longer and some are a wee bit shorter, but they're fast enough. And as Vivian's saying there, you know, will feel that there, you know, it's been a rough 3 years for everybody there, and it's really a pleasure here to get this out here to start, helping people, rise once again there, Vivian. No, guys, look, we'll leave it at that there. And again there, guys, somewhere about here you'll see like a wee link there for a group there that we have put together. If you have any questions or if you want to ask Vivian or myself anything before you actually go and do it there. And I think that there's it, Vivian.
Have fun.
As usual, whatever you're doing, ladies and gents, have a fabulous one doing it. Love yous.